Yo, 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 what up, party animals? Welcome to another Lefty Live here on a Thursday night, Friday Eve. Got my boy Ben in the house. What up, dog?
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday.
Thursday, man. Feels kind of like Friday for some reason. I don't know.
I'm having arthroscopic surgery on my knee tomorrow.
That didn't sound super good.
It's not.
So what, you have arthritis and they're fixing it? What is it?
Arthroscopic means they use an arthroscope. It's like small incisions. This little camera goes in there and this like little cutting tool goes in there and they can get work done without slicing your knee all the way open. It's actually I tore my meniscus, which is like this kind of disc of tissue that sits in between your two leg bones back in 2010. And I had it repaired then. But anytime you screw your knee up or any joint, really, it becomes imperfect. And then you get additional wear and tear over time. So he's going to go in there, kind of clean it up. And there's been like these calcium deposits that have kind of built up in there. It's just started to hurt and I didn't know why. So got an MRI. He's like, I need to fix it. I was like, all right, fix it. I'll be on crutches for the weekend. So it's not like that big of a deal.
Do they knock you out?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, hope it goes well, buddy. When's that?
Thank you. I got to go in there at 1:00. I can't.
Okay.
Can't eat beforehand, but I can have coffee at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm going to get up and have coffee.
Nice.
And, I'll just be I'll try to chill this weekend, sit on my butt, maybe catch a couple movies. It's pretty routine stuff. Like it's nothing to worry about.
Right. Yeah. See who we got here. We got Ground Fog. What up, dude? Drink Water's a member. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Jesse Adams is a member.
Drink water,
brother. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Neil McKenzie, also a member. Shout out to Neil. Thank you, brother. Allie Cord Paracord in the house. What up, Allie? Alice, I should say. Nuts for Knives is a member. What up, dog? How you doing? Got a lot of members up in here. Craig Wilkes, what's cracking, brother? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Chris Hinkle, another member. My boy, Chris Hinkle. We got Javon in the house, another member. Damn. You guys are showing up tonight. I don't even know what is the memberships called. I don't even know what I call it. I used to call it Lefty's Pub, but then I quit drinking. So I think I changed it to like Lefty's Righties or something.
Well, all your knives still have beer names, so at least it's not 100% off kilter.
Yeah. Well, Colin drinks for both of us. So. Mike McLaughlin in the house, another member. What's up, dude? Roman M's here. Demon Ox here. What's up? John Tatum in the house. We got a lot of people here. What's going on, guys? Gluten free. What up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Local guy. What's up, Leland? Jeffrey Dawson. What's cracking? Johnny G. Says, good luck with the surgery. It will be fine. It's a super common operation.
I appreciate that. I got zero anxiety about it, so it's kind of nice.
I would just be worried about the getting knocked out part, I think.
Dude, I've had more surgeries than most people will ever have in their life. Like, I don't want to get into all that, but I've probably been under the knife under anesthesia at least 6 or 7 times.
Jesus.
And funny thing is that was what my dad did for a living. So, I guess maybe the universe brought it on to me. But no, it's cake, dude. It's cake. It's the hardest part of a surgery is chilling out after when you're not supposed to be walking around and doing stuff. And then you get real antsy and you just want to get up and do something. That's the hard part, is chilling.
All right. Well, sounds like you don't need any encouragement. Really does feel like a Friday. So weird. Kurt Murrican accidentally said it was Friday on his live lotto he did today, huh? Nice.
Is that probably because it's like we're just in the middle of summer right now and People have that like
I think for me
summaritis.
it's because I've my work schedule switched up, but I don't work Fridays, so like it's kind of like my Friday. So, Paul Mills, what up, Demon Knock? I should say I don't work doing that job on Fridays.
You see KC's post. He said, having a rough day with severe weather damage. Stopping in to say hello briefly. Weather damage at your house? That sucks.
Yeah.
We're having some severe heat here, but it's not like, going to damage anything.
Yep. Having a rough day, yeah. Sorry, man. I hope that changes for you. He's got a pre-order kicking off Saturday, so if you guys are interested in the jet stream, definitely go check out Tempest Knives. Really cool knife, and I hope that does well. Great price for the materials, so I'm hoping it does well. Steve Boro, what up, dog? Kevin, an earthquake. Now we've established that my my tripod thing, what the fuck is it called? The phone holder? I don't know what you call it. It's attached to the desk, and I am also on the desk, so it's just not a good situation. I'm hoping to change that. We're actively looking at houses and trying to figure all that shit out, but we'll see what happens because the market sucks ass. What's who else we got? Big Doug, what up? Last time they put me out, they tried to make me shave. Had a high speed come apart on them. Guess you have a big
I guess it depends on where they're working on you, but they're not going to work through hair. So wherever they're working on you, they're going to shave that spot for you.
Matt, what up, dude? Kev, bro, it's been a minute since I've been able to tune in. Pumped to finally catch live. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I know you're in the middle of your peak season. Matt moved out to the Poconos and bought a marina.
Oh, so that's cool.
He's probably doing a lot of work right now. Anyone talk to Kyle Coonley? No, that's true. I haven't seen Kyle around lately. I hope he's okay. Hope he's okay. What up, Nick? How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Stacy, hey, how are you, Stacy? Thomas McDonald, what up? Medley 3, hey, bros, joining late. Good luck with the surgery. Got my first Jack Wolf today. Nice. What'd you get? Tell us what you got. My guess. Feel good.
Appreciate the support, brother. Thank you very much. I am grateful and humbled.
Yeesh. B for Baron, what up, dog? How you doing? Knife Junkie. Opened live and just so happened to have my big bro Jack in hand. There you go. Last week we had a bit of a yard sale on the live stream. I sold like 12 knives just randomly on the live stream. So I brought a couple knives if you guys want to buy them. I had some stuff come back in from pass around, and I could sell it. I got one to give away too, but they're Kaisers. So I don't know if anybody here is a Kaiser fanboy, but I have a Sheepdog XL in titanium. That's the like premium one, the XL. I have a Cobalt 2 in my Carta. I have a Clairvoyant, the CF one. I can open these if anybody wants to see them. And the Sparrow. It's the one with like the laser lines on it. And then I have an O-Knife Freeze. So I'll give one of these away. But if anybody's interested, let me know. I'll sell them. And Ben's got something going on. It's coming up right on the 14th.
Tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Friday. Friday the 14th.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So I guess it's not as exciting as a new reveal, but we don't have a new knife drop this month.
New Jack Wolf. No, just kidding.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Our July drop was supposed to be the Little Bro, and that's been anticipated for quite some time. So needless to say, I was as or more excited than the rest of you guys for that. But
the little bro saga.
the little bro, he's just been a little troublemaker. So what happened was
Throwing out.
the factory, like they take the sheets of carbon fiber that I send over and they cut them down into scale size blanks. So first they cut all these scale size blanks out of the sheets and then they like, turn them into actual scales. And that's a computer file they load in to cut all those rectangles or whatever. And they actually loaded in the computer file for the feel good, which is narrower here. Like it's narrower than the little bro. So they cut them all too narrow. And as you know, you can't uncut something. So because they made that mistake, and because we run such a tight schedule to hit monthly releases, like you make a mistake like that, we're losing a drop. There's just no way around it.
So do you now have a ton of feel good scales for a later project?
No, and they said they were not like, no, I don't, because they're not going to go and like actually continue processing them.
Well, what are they going to do? They're going to throw it away?
They said they don't like, I don't exactly know.
But when they just hold on to it until you're ready.
They said they like it in sheets better. They didn't want the little pieces to sit around forever.
Interesting.
I don't know if
it's on them, right? I mean, they're covering.
It's on them. I mean, I was reimbursed for the material. I don't care what they do with it, honestly. Like, do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, you were reimbursed.
It caused me it was a much bigger problem. The carbon fiber was not the extent of the problem. The problem
is you don't have a drop.
I don't have a drop. That's what
you're losing a month's worth of funds, basically.
Yeah, losing 1/12 of my opportunity to earn money.
Can they do anything about that?
I didn't ask. It's you could try to demand liquidated damages, stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's it's a partnership.
Then you get into it's not worth it.
It's a partnership, and people make mistakes. I mean, at some point in time, I'm going to make a critical mistake, and I'm going to hope that they can accept the fact that I'm human, just like a human made that mistake. The only thing I always ask two things when something like that happens. Thing number one, put measures in place to prevent it from happening again, right? And like thing number two, don't do it again.
Well, I would have three things. The other one would be take responsibility.
Well, they did. They replaced the material. So I thought that was sufficient.
Right. I get you. Shit happens.
Yes. That's right.
You just got to deal with it.
You got to look at the big picture, and I got to say, like, these guys have done everything I've asked, and they've delivered, in a year, 10 different projects.
In this industry, you literally have, like, when you first get into it, it's something you learn pretty quick that there's always something in your way that you have to dodge, jump over. You have to figure out. Like, it happens. No, you could have everything dialed into a T. Something throws a fucking wrench in every time. It's frustrating as hell. But, like, you get to a point where you just kind of dip and weave and you get through it. And it's, at first it's it gives you a lot of anxiety, I think. But you're a veteran at this point. So you just take care of it, move on. What are you going to do?
Absolutely. It's really the hallmark of the entrepreneurial journey is that there's a lot of punches and you just learn to roll with them.
Do a sale.
Right. So to circle back around. Yeah. So that was so we have a missed opportunity in July for my company, but I have selling partners. They're my authorized dealers, and I want them to be able to, have an opportunity to sell knives in July. And that allows me to create an opportunity for you guys, like an incentive opportunity. And so we've never done any kind of discounts. We've never done any kind of sales. And so I was looking at what's out there, and I'm like, the Javelina and the Low Drag, those came out in January and February. It's like those have been on the shelves for a while. And I think all the dealers would be willing to cut their margins on those in an effort to move some units to you guys. And I think there's guys who would like to get a better price on these. Like, I totally get that. So so that's what we're doing. We're starting on Friday, and it's going so Friday the 14th to Sunday the 23rd. So it's not like, hey, you got to get it done this weekend. I wanted to give you more than a couple days to, think about it, come up with the money. There's not a ton of pieces out there. So just keep that in mind because they have been out for a while, but there's a decent chunk. So on my website, and I guess the easiest way to get to it is my link tree. If you go to Instagram, in my profile, there's my link tree, and then you can click that, and then there's a link to get to my website where I list the participating dealers. Or if you just wanted to pull up Linktree, it's linktr.ee/Jack.
So I put in the description of this live stream, there's all my affiliate links for companies that sell Jack Wolfs, and then the dealer list is under that. You can click on to get there as well. So if you guys are watching this later and you want to know how to get there, just go to the description of this video. But for us watching, we're going to go to the link tree. That's going to, of course, kick me out, and I got to reopen this.
And it's 15% off. I don't know if I mentioned that. There it is. 15%
I put it right here under my thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Or it's under my name or whatever. But so here's the 15% off sale. So low drags and javelinas. And then I saw something about merch too. So on your website?
Yeah. No, not on my website, although I suppose I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I would do that.
I will. It'll be on my website. And I hadn't really contemplated the merch, but I had Blade HQ, who has like pretty much my whole selection of merch. They were like, "Hey, can I put the merch on sale?" I was like, "For sure."
Right.
Why not? So hats, hoodies, T-shirts.
So is this who is participating, or is this?
Hit the 15% off link. Just show them.
I can't. Doesn't do anything. Is there another one?
The blue button? You can't hit that blue button up there? I don't see your mouse on it.
Am I on the wrong page? Oh my god.
No, you're right.
It did it again. It fucking jumps to. Sorry, hold on. I had this up the whole time.
There.
Yeah, so are these, sorry, I was already looking at this. Are these all the dealers that are doing the sale?
Yes.
This isn't all your dealers, right?
Correct, because a lot of dealers are sold out of them. So This is all the dealers who had javelina and low drag stock agreed to participate. I couldn't force them to participate, so I had to get them to opt in, but they all said for sure. So I just tried to make this easy for you guys so you don't have to like go through the whole dealer list. These are, as of right now, who's got them. And in the morning, I'm actually going to wake up, early, get my 5:30 coffee, and then go through this list and just make sure everybody's got their listings marked down, because sometimes people forget or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I didn't know the Knife Joker was a dealer.
He's not participating anymore. It's been a couple of months.
Oh, okay.
But he's still got some. So
right.
I wanted to try to help him liquidate.
I like Travis.
He's a super nice guy. Yeah. He's just kind of had he's just had a tough run this year. He's had some personal things in his life that kind of got in the way of his business,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, guys, 15% off low drags and javelinas. I got both of them here. I can tell you that the low drag has been one of my most carried knives this year. I've probably carried this. It would be close, but I think the Feel Good has probably overtaken it. But other than that, this was in my pocket. This was in my pocket every day for like 2 months after it came out. And with reviewing shit, you kind of got to just swap stuff out. But it's one of the best knives this year. It has a really good spear point blade that just eats material. So if you're looking for a good user knife, the low drag's fantastic with that spear point blade. It sucks everything in right here and just chops it up. It's got a great walk and talk. It has its own kind of unique walk and talk, in my opinion, and I love it. It's just I don't know. It's a little bit different. It's very snappy and just feels fantastic. The javelina was a little less my speed, but I took it out today and carried it because I was like, I'm doing the live later. Let me get a feel for it again. And I remembered how much I do really like this knife. The walk and talk's really good. The ergos are great. It's kind of like a more traditional cyborg, sort of.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
That makes sense.
Similar, like Moroccan style clip
Yeah.
point or whatever you call it, Turkish clip point, Moroccan.
Are all the versions available of them, or
No, like I think all the Miamis are in 80s are gone and have been.
okay?
So it's just, I don't want to say it's just what's left, but that's what it is. It's remaining stock.
If you're
And
one
there's
of those
still
micarta people,
yeah, I mean, you can get, there's micarta and 15% off at 275. Like it's pretty good deal.
nice.
Mr. Needham, what's up, dude? You're a close second, bro.
Son of a bitch. Come
That's
on.
awesome. I surpassed you.
We have to have a customer service off.
I don't, that might go in a very uncomfortable direction.
Yeah, right. Was the machine operator executed?
Dude, maybe. I hate to think what happened to the guy who was responsible for that.
He just lost like 3 years' wages.
0 social credit is what happened there. But yeah, these models are cool. They're a little more, I would say, definitely more traditional, but they're different from each other. So, if like you're not into this style, hopefully you're into this style. But the ergonomics are dope on both.
Both fantastic. I really, this year, you really haven't missed. I mean, you really haven't missed ever, but this year you haven't missed at all.
Yeah, and like it's been interesting because I want to design more of these locking knives. Well, the minute I go and do that, it's going to push out slip joint repeats. You know what I'm saying? Like if I develop, I probably wouldn't have as many locking knives as slip joints.
I'm fine with that. Just don't knock out any new slip joints.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying it'll just delay. It'll take it longer, like more models,
circle back,
more time between repeats. Yep.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
I guess the point of that is if you see one you like,
grab
it because it could be 2 years before it comes back.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a situation where, the little bro, I had one because you sent me one for review before they got recalled the first time or whatever. If you hadn't have gifted me one, I'd still be kicking myself for. I gave it away. I mean, we gave it to Brandon, but
you
never know. You never know. Like,
yeah,
the scales could get fucked up, and then it doesn't get made, and then the next time something else happened. Like that knife has been trying to come to life for a while. So if you see one you want, just get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Z-Baird, they're on the hook. It's just there's a lot more that goes into that he loses time. He loses a full run of sales for a month. And, a lot of that stuff really matters when it's your company that you're living off of. You know what I mean? So,
and they lose too, right? Like that's a whole month of money they lose out on. That's kind of how I looked at it.
But if you punish them and push them to pay you or whatever, all it does is breed animosity and it can have more issues down the line. Like you have a good working relationship, shit happens. Obviously they didn't want to fuck up. Like they wanted that money too. So it is what it is.
There's like a line in Full Metal Jacket and he says like something like, there's a big shit sandwich and everyone's going to take a bite.
Right.
It's like, that's kind of what it was. It's like, hey, we're all taking a bite of this thing. So let's just fucking do it, swallow it and get it over with.
Yep. Sorry, Jeremy. I hope your power comes back on soon, man.
Oh, that's fucking lame, dude. I hope that turns on quick for you.
Pyrotech knives set sail. Okay. So Crazy K and Damon are cranking it up. Looks like they got a YouTube going and everything. Can't wait.
Tell me about that. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. Tell me about that.
So I was talking about Kaiser earlier. I got a bunch of these Kaisers to sell or whatever. Crazy K was their sort of marketing person. She was kind of the face for Kaiser for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And Damon was their product manager. So he handled a lot of the collaborations and design details and all that kind of shit. They left Kaiser and started their own brand, pirate tech or whatever. I don't like the whole pirate theme of shit in the EDC world, but whatever. I'm glad they're doing something on their own, and it's cool to see. You know what I mean?
Is it EDC stuff, or is it all knives, or is it like
what knives? I'm sure they'll do other stuff, but it's a knife company.
Got it.
As far as I understand.
Cool. It's always cool to see people taking the risk.
Yeah. Knife Standers, what up, dog? They were working for probably one of the biggest Chinese companies, Kaiser, like knife-wise. So I might scoop a low drag after I get a Strix this weekend. Nice. Looks like the Strix V2 pre-order is going up. That's cool.
What's a Strix? That sounds familiar.
Sparrow Knife Co.
Oh, yeah.
I had a production one. I actually have a custom in the works, a Lefty. I'm fucking excited about that.
Nice. Dude, I saw your thumbnail of the video. I was scrolling through YouTube, and I came across your video, and it was like, of course, the CJRX257 or something with the picture of the barcode has no name. I was like, that is the funniest shit I've seen all day.
Because they do it every fucking time. And I'm like, dude, you gotta name your shit. Like, put a name on the box. Because they send me shit for review, and then I have no idea what it is. And then, and it's no fun. It's no fun for me to look it up. So I just kind of go with it. I don't know. But and it turned out hilarious. That time they sent me 2 knives they'd already sent me. Like, I don't know what CJRB's doing. But what up, Stephen Wallace?
What up, G Baller?
Let's see. Stevie's in the house. What up, dude? Use Lefty 10.
What up, Stevie?
Confusing response at McDonald's.
Yo, has anybody here had the Grimace shake yet? That's like a thing. My daughter was like, hey, will you take me to McDonald's? I'm like, why? You never want to go there. She's like, it's Grimace's 50th birthday.
Who's
and there's
Grimace?
You don't know who the fuck Grimace is, bro? Jeez. There's this whole McDonald's cast of characters from the 70s, probably early 80s. There was the Hamburglar
one. Oh no,
that's the Hamburglar, fool. Grimace was this big purple dude. I don't know
Your
what
daughter knew this.
I don't know. It's like she watches YouTube shorts because I don't let her watch TikTok.
I know Ronald. That's it.
So anyway, there's a special milkshake you can get at McDonald's right now, and it's the Grimace shake, and it's I don't know, it just tastes like pure sugar. But I guess what reminded me about that was his McDonald's link. But I just wonder if anybody else's kids have turned them on to that.
No, but did you know you can get ice at McDonald's? So
ice?
I found this out watching a reel or something. This dude gets a comment from somebody, and it's like, you can get ice cheap as shit at McDonald's, $1.50. And he's like, no fucking way. So he goes to McDonald's to prove it wrong. And he's like, hey, I just want a bag of ice. And she's like, is that all you want? He's like, yep. And she's like, okay, it'll be $1.72 or whatever. It was with tax. He goes up to the window. They hand him a fucking big ass bag of ice in perfect fucking cubes or circles or whatever. And so you can get ice cheap as shit at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, apparently. My buddy Ev I told him, and he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, my wife goes to Chick-fil-A and gets ice because my kids like the fucking perfect circular fucking ice they have. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but that's cool.
Nice. Good to know. In case
I don't go buy ice really, but I thought it was an interesting tidbit.
Dude, so we used to, am I going to do a bolster lock cyborg? It's one that would make sense to translate. The answer is probably. That's what I could tell you right now. Probably. We have a separate ice maker, and I was kicking and screaming about paying for it, but every time, we got family of 4 and we all like ice in our drinks. And then my mother-in-law comes over and everybody's just filling their ice. And by the end of the day, it's smoked. And so kicking and screaming, buy an ice maker, dude. I will never be without a separate ice maker ever again. It is the greatest thing to have at home. If you guys
fucking
burn
bougie.
through a lot of ice, it's bougie, I know, but it's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's awesome.
A locking venom. Yeah. Venom's awesome, man. Still regret not having a gold one. But
this gold, people dig this. You know, this was the first time I used it, right? The Venom. Yep. And I was like, man, is this too much? Like, is this too pimp? You know?
yeah,
Clearly
but it's
it is
cool
not.
because most dark matters have no color. Like, so it's
Oh,
a
I
nice
know, but
straight
it's
up.
gold though. Like gold can be kind of polarizing. And then when I did the gold gunslinger with the gold ano, I'm like, I like this, but this is the one I was a little bit worried about. You know, it's like
Right.
it's gonna be too much of a turnoff. It's sold the fastest.
Yep. Facts. Yeah, go over to Lancelot Leather or no, EDC Round Table, sorry. You can get a slip for your Jack Wolf.
Awesome. That's that clip slip.
Joe makes some sweet slips. Speaking of Pyrotech, your boy Pete is dropping some more gear Saturday. I know you're already tuned in. Yeah, right. Don't give a shit about that. Oh, man. Knife Standards is talking about his new knife, the RR Station, coming soon. I'll give him props for inspiration on the two-tone here, since I asked Best Tech to do a DLC belt satin. You can't see it on this camera, I guess, but it has belt satin lines you can see. And they, for some reason, thought I wanted what he had, which was two-tone. So they gave me two-tone. And turns out it's actually fucking sweet.
I think it looks good.
So, yeah, as I said in a video coming up, you get a little black in that hole. What she said, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get black in the hole, you get it around the spine and underneath. It's very cool. Actually. So we're gonna run the two-tone on this. Pre-orders coming up at the end of the month, early August, something like that. We're gonna do this two-tone with the White Storm, and then we're gonna do the purple with belt satin. And then there's a blue one. I don't have one here. There's a blue one with belt satin, and then a blue one with stonewash. That's the plan right now. So people have a stonewash option. And then we're going to do full lefties too. And we're going to do the purple with belt satin and the blue with stonewash for lefties. So
I'm in on a lefty, bro.
Hell yeah, boy. We're doing them in Vanex too.
Nice.
So it's gonna be sweet.
I can't wait to not be able to tell the difference between that and any other steel I have.
Oh man, you leave it in your ball sweat pants for a month and see what happens.
Yeah. I saw a question for me. Someone said it was Blake Ben. Maybe I already missed this, but are the Gunslingers 100% sold out? I went to pick up a second pink mod, the one I have, but I could not find any. They are 100% sold out in the United States and have been for about 2 weeks, which blew my freaking mind.
Including the pink?
All gone, dude. Picked clean.
I need more.
I would say anybody who's looking to get one, if you want to get one on the secondary, get in my Facebook group, Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide, because that's where it's got to be the best place to pick up my stuff at the best prices, frankly. So I'm going to make more. I'll tell you guys this right now. And it can't happen like in the next 3 months because my productions are planned out farther than that, but I will make more. I will probably do some of the same colors. Gunslingers. Yeah, dude, I'm getting requests for them constantly. I'll probably do some of the same colors because you don't have as many color choices when you're matching ano. That's the only thing about that is you kind of box yourself in.
You should do a subdued version. I think that would sell like fucking hotcakes. Like black, subdued, like black dark matter camo or something.
Yeah, I'll get creative with it. I'd like to do a couple, maybe 2 or 3 new variants, but bring back like 2 or 3 of the ones previously. Like the gold, the gold would be an obvious choice to do. I think the blue outsold the purple, but they were like neck and neck basically. So They
Yeah,
both
I'm
look.
curious about that on this because I get a lot of people who want purple, and then you got a lot of blue people, which is interesting because, like, I don't know. I find they're very different yet similar. It's crazy. I don't know. I always struggle with it too. When you had purple and blue for the gunslinger, I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I gotta go purple. I gotta go purple.
Yeah.
And then I bought a blue one anyway because it's like. But I always fucking let the gold go and regret it. I did it with the Venom, and I did it with this too, and I'm like, I should have got the gold. But they all were cool, dude. The pink looks fucking cool with the different colors. Yeah, I have it right here. What am I doing?
I put a lot of thought into that whole thing. I mean, I guess I do that with everything, but I've got mine in my leather tray out in the other room. I've been carrying mine this week.
Yeah, I see you. You're getting a little better at manipulating it. I saw you on the live stream. I'm like, he still looks like a rookie.
Yeah, dude, it's not my forte. I'm getting better. I can't do the one. There's one opening trick you do that I can't do. The
this guy.
Yeah, that one. I can't do that one.
That one took me a long time, man. You got to earn that one.
And you
gotta fuck that finger up. Look, dude.
Yeah,
it's healing. It's healing. But this is all from the Gunslinger from when it came out. I haven't been doing it. It's fucking. That's it healed.
Oh my gosh, bro. Maybe I'm not gonna do that method.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people aren't bitches and they don't have like pussy fingers like I do. But I don't know. There you go. You got it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Which one you got?
This is pink.
What's your personal one?
I always keep one of each because they're the ones I put out on the table.
You don't have a favorite?
Not really. I mean, I rotate. I'm carrying. What do I got in the other room? I got, I think the purple one or the blue one. I don't even remember. I just kind of grabbed one.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't have a favorite. But
what up?
They really break in good, man. I got more skiff bearings coming, everybody. Hey, I can make this announcement. So if we got new people in the chat real quick, starting tomorrow and going through the 23rd, low drags and javelinas on sale. Check the link in my link tree, which is on my Instagram profile for participating dealers. The other thing I got going on is I got more leather slips for the Gunslinger. And so those
from Troy?
Yeah, dude, you know, he paid extra for 2-day shipping and they still got delayed.
You know, Troy hates me, right? We got this whole big tiff. He sold all his Divos and shit.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah. We could talk about that off the air. It probably doesn't sound like something that should be publicly discussed if you're being serious.
I can't keep it straight, babe. No.
What the fuck do you even talk about? So, but anyway, I got more Gunslinger slips. Same 3 colors.
I love Troy, guys. It was a joke.
I think I would have heard about that if that was true. So more Gunslinger slips. They were supposed to deliver today, and I wanted to get them up on the website so that you guys could have access to them tomorrow. But now they're going to deliver tomorrow, and I'm being fucking knee surgery, so I probably won't be able to get those up on the website until.
Well, you need Donnie, bro.
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah,
Donnie, is he in the house yet?
Oh yeah, dude, he's up and running. I mean, he came down. Let's see, last weekend he moved in over July 4th, that weekend before July 4th. So he drove down with his buddy. They drove in a U-Haul, towing his car. U-Haul packed, car packed, and then him and his buddy they came down, got the apartment, and then unloaded the car, and then came and met me for dinner. So I bought dinner. And then him and his buddy went back to the U-Haul and unloaded all that shit so that the next morning they could drop the U-Haul off. And then the next day his wife flew in. They had one dog. He has 2 Yorkshire Terriers, those little like copper and black dogs, you know. Then his next day his wife flew in with the other dog. And then they moved in over the weekend and he was ready for duty.
When was this?
July.
So it just happened.
1st, 2nd. Yeah.
Okay, so they're in an apartment. Are they going to get a house out here, or what's their plan?
No, I mean, They don't really need a house. I don't think they want a house yet.
Is it just the two of them and the dogs? No
Yeah,
kids?
exactly. So they got the two
Okay.
of them and these two small dogs, and they wanted to live downtown, because they're coming from a small town in Illinois. So they got a really cool apartment. It's like a new build. It's right next to the baseball stadium.
In
There's a
Phoenix?
lot of exactly.
Hot as fuck.
It's pretty warm right now.
Dude, I spent a few weeks out there in the summer and I wanted to fucking kill myself pretty quickly. Like, it was at the point where I realized I was in the car with the AC blasting and literally dying. Like, the AC could not keep up, and opening the windows was more comfortable. Like, it felt refreshing to open the windows after having the AC on full blast for like 20 minutes. Like, that's how fucking hot it was.
We're having a record as far as days over 110 for this time of year right now. But it's Phoenix in the summer. It is what it is. And in fact, like, what's worse, this or brutal winters? I think brutal winters are worse. You just got to pick your poison. Ultimately, any
Depends on
extended
where
exposure.
you live.
Yeah, or just
Like,
what you want, how long you want to tolerate something.
our winters aren't really brutal. They're just cold. Like,
Yeah.
Michigan can be brutal. I think that's where you're from, right?
Yeah, dude, the winters there were not all that great. And it's just, you know what it is, dude. In the winter,
Dude, it's really
like
flat.
right. And in the winter, when you live in places with winter, it's like all the clothes, the slush, the gray sky.
I'm okay with my thing is
shit gets old.
my problem with PA right now is, and we're staying here because family's here. It just doesn't make sense to leave right now. But like the winter, if it's gonna be cold, right? Like if it's gonna be 30 degrees, give me some fucking snow. And the last few years, I mean, a while now, we just get no snow. And it's like that ruins the fun of winter. Like, if it's going to be cold, give me fucking snow. I want to drive my truck through fucking snow and be like in a fucking winter wonderland and bullshit. But no, it's just fucking cold. Like, fuck that. And then in the summer, it's hot as balls and it's humid as fuck. That's what's frustrating here is it's humid.
Yeah.
So you basically get spring and fall that are really nice. But they only last like a couple months. So I don't know. Real quick,
you got to look at it as like how many nice months can you get out of a year? That's really the question.
I can get like 5.
Most places are anywhere from 4 to 6 nice months, Yeah.
So Work Knife Balance has a knife brand now. It's called Sage Knives, SAJE. He sent me these prototypes to check out. I'm going to make myself big real quick.
Yep.
This is the Rango. It's got this crazy fucking geometric pattern on the handle. Sheep's foot blade with a bunch of fucking deployment methods. The flipper I really like. The flick is good. I'm not the biggest fan of the top flipper, but I never really am. But that's there's a titanium one, frame lock, and then there's a budgety one. It's a liner lock with nested liners. Same knife design and everything, just more affordable, 14C instead of 20 CB. But I don't know when this is coming out. I think he has a Kickstarter coming out. So if you got any more info on that, dude, drop it in the chat. And check it out, guys. Go follow him on Instagram, Work Knife Balance. Thought I'd give him a little plug there. Cool knife. I like how thin it is. It's lightweight. And the OEM on this is Shieldon. And they did a good job on it.
Yeah, it looks like good quality.
Yeah.
You get do you have ticks where you live?
Yeah, that's another thing. Fucking ticks. But
yeah. I'm happy I don't live around ticks. Like,
yeah.
I don't want Lyme disease.
You gotta go like
you gotta go in the woods, don't you?
I mean, you gotta go in the woods, and then you gotta like not check yourself after, and like I don't know. It's
who the hell checks themselves for ticks though? Like, aren't they these tiny
you live
little
in a
things?
place where there's fucking ticks, you do.
I just don't want no ticks, man.
Orange would be sick. I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore. Sorry. How far behind am I?
I don't
LCAP
know.
in the house. Blake
We got
Schultz in the house.
We got a lot of weather talk going.
Todd in the house. What up? Blake says, I have 3 other variations of the Gunslinger and another 30 other Jack Wolves to trade with, but buying outright is even better. Do you know Blake?
Oh, no, Blake, are you? Your name's familiar, but are you in the Facebook group? Because you definitely should be, dude. You're a heavy hitter, and we've got some heavy hitters in there who would love to see your collection.
Lefty, yeah, I want to anno the blue to be closer to the pink of the Gunslinger. And wait, what does he want to anno?
He means the clip and the backspacer. He wants to change the anno on the clip. Pink. Yo, Blake, dude, hit up Andrew at Fanatic Edge and ask him if he'll anno those parts for you. I think he'd do it, and he wouldn't charge you an arm and a leg.
Poker night again.
Liquor up front, poker in the rear.
Yeah, it gets hot as hell and winter gets cold as it's not that cold in the winter. It's just not like fun. It's cold with no reason to be like. I don't mind cold if there's skiing or like snowmobile. If there's like a fucking reason, but here you don't get snow. You just get 30 degrees. It's not like freezing. He said, and allergies suck here. Yeah, I'm on Flonase like all year round now. I think I might also be allergic to my dogs because it's unusual how much that stuff helps anytime. Are you going to do any Lefty gunslingers?
So, Jim, that's a good question. Here's what I was thinking about doing a Lefty. So the first question is I got to find out, I got to see if I can harass them to do like 50 pieces for me.
Yeah, that's what Best Tech's doing for us. That's the only way I can do it because I'm not ordering 300.
That's the big fear is 300 or something. So, but what I was thinking is I got other locking knives I want to do. So what if I come out with a different locking knife that everybody wants that one? So I'd like to kind of get all the locking knives out once and then take the temperature of the lefties and say, okay, which one do you guys want to do? You know, and then I'll probably do like, depending on the situation, that might be a Kickstarter situation where we got to raise enough money to do it. And if we don't hit the goal, like you guys don't get charged and we don't do it. Because to go all in on a production run to sell 40 out of 300 knives is not a good business decision. That's just ultimately what it boils down to. I'm a lefty. Lefty's a lefty. Like, we want to do it for you guys. But
I'll order 50 and I'll sell 50 eventually if they don't.
I would go in on – I would front the money and buy 50 if I could.
Okay.
I don't mind. Even if I bought 50 and sold 15, then, you know, I'm sitting on 35. Like, big deal. Those will sell eventually.
They would sell.
Right.
Yeah. I'll let you know how the pre-order goes for the Stout V2 because obviously I'll promote it. I should have a decent number of lefties who follow me. So if we sell 10 of them, then we know.
Well, yeah, and then I can be like, hey, you guys didn't come for him. Why would I expect you to come for me? Someone said something I saw about come to Northwest Wisconsin if you want snow. And I'm thinking like, yeah, you got to be careful what you ask for with snow, dude. Cause sometimes you get it in abundance and then it doesn't want to leave.
Well, I'm fine with that. That's okay. That's better than nothing.
But you know what happens to snow after it's been around for a few days? It gets black from all the exhaust. And then if it gets too warm, it gets icy and slushy, dude. It's romantic, but it ain't all that.
Trust me, dude. It's better than cold as fuck and just nothing. Just dead land. Like
dead land and naked trees.
Fuck that, dude. Yeah.
Blake, I remember now. Yeah, we talked on the phone after order issue. I'm still considering Fanatic Edge like you recommended. Yes, I remember now, Blake. I'm sorry. I talk to a lot of people and sometimes my brain gets a little scrambled up. But you should if you're on Facebook, I would implore you to join the group. It's just a cool place. Sorry, I didn't remember that conversation, dude, but I remember now.
You all eat yellow snow. Shoveling roof sucks. Yeah, why would you shovel your roof though?
You have to, dude, because them fuckers will cave in some places. The
Yeah,
weight of the snow.
I
So I've
guess.
seen you went to Montana, dude. I went there in the winter where you were.
Yeah.
That place got an absolutely fucking insane amount of snow when I was there in Whitefish, and there was all these people up on their roofs shoveling that shit. And I was like, ooh,
That
I
would
see
suck.
that.
All right.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I'm good. Lots of snow and cold up here in the UP. Yeah, Upper Peninsulas. But that's a cool spot, dude. Right now, it's fucking awesome up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Summer
I mean,
up there is probably balling. Look at that. I caught up.
All right. Well,
Actually,
either we're captivating or boring. I'm not sure which.
I think the Brittany Blue Javelina may still be available somewhere, but I do have an extra one. All right.
Yeah.
I got
Blake
one
probably be willing to wheel and deal if you hit him up.
This is the one knife that I swapped scales on. Remember?
Yep.
And it actually worked.
It can.
I got lucky.
Won't always. Yeah.
The scales going back on the other one didn't fit as perfect as these did.
Right.
I ended up giving it away, so it didn't matter. But
I remember that.
Yeah.
Lots of biting flies in the UP. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, Thomas, and we used to go to the sand dunes that were
mosquitoes do suck there.
And like we go to the sand dunes in Michigan, Sleeping Bear Dunes, I think it's called, and they have fucking these biting flies all
Where
over
did
the
you
place.
live?
I lived in the Detroit area.
Okay, I have friends that live in it's called Burlington. It's a fucking tiny little town near Battle Creek. I don't know if you know where Battle Creek is.
Battle Creek.
I actually lived out there for like half a year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
It's like an hour. It's like an hour and 15 from Detroit.
Yeah. But I'm going back there. I'm taking me and my kids for our annual pilgrimage to my parents' house. So I'm leaving. I think it's the 28th, Friday, whatever that Friday is.
What's the pilgrimage? What does that mean?
I just mean we go back to visit my parents every year.
Oh, all right.
My kids really look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter really likes it. I mean, it's romantic for her because we live in this desert, and then we go back to Michigan, and it's green, and the air is fresh and clean, and it's just different.
When do you go?
We leave Friday, the 28th.
Oh, so
we're there for.
Oh yeah, it'll be great because it'll go from fucking hot as balls to like okay.
Exactly.
Probably in the 80s or something,
Yeah, and it always makes me laugh when people are like, "Oh, it's so hot here." I'm like, "Fuck, yeah, dude."
But there, dude, the mosquitoes there do suck. Depends on where you are. Do they live in a city or no?
It's a suburb called Farmington Hills. It's like,
yeah,
there are lots. There's probably like, I don't know how big the lots are in their neighborhood, like third of an acre, half acre at the most. So it's not like all spread out, but it's not super tight. Like downtown type shit.
Do you usually see your parents like once a year?
We visit them once a year, and they'll come out here usually twice a year.
Yeah.
My dad, he retired. In 2021, I guess it was. And so after 40 years of anesthesia, and so he's been coming out for a week with his buddies to play golf. So he's had that going on the last couple of years. It's kind of nice because then I get to hang out with him more, and it's just him.
Right.
And then they'll come out together, my mom and my dad, and then my mom will come out solo mission. And yeah, we make it work. It's not enough, but it's as much as we can make work.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the thought of moving out of state, because I feel like I'm really close with my parents. So
you will become more distant. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Like right now, I see them literally, I think almost every day. Because I'll go over there. They live fucking 5 blocks away. They have a loft. It's like an old manufacturing building, and they built them in the lofts. They're fucking really cool.
Nice.
They were trying to get in there for like 20 years. They finally had an opening and they moved in. But I go over there with my kid after daycare most days, and so I don't know. I just think it would be weird.
Yeah, it's, I left Michigan when I was 18. And so I
Right.
kind of built my life out here, and
More
then
normal. I know.
yeah, that's just kind of the way it unfolded.
That's how it goes a lot of times.
Yep. But who knows? I mean, and now, I mean, I've been in Arizona since '99, so it's been a minute.
Yeah,
And
and you
wouldn't it
like
be too hard? I like it here, but I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to convince me to like live somewhere else. But it's like so hard with kids. You get rooted.
you have a pool?
Yeah. I don't use it. My kids use it.
Dude,
I barely use it.
I would fucking be in a pool all the time.
It's just one of those things, man. I don't know. I'm like, just come over and use my pool.
At some point, I'm getting a fucking pool. But you don't see them a lot around here because again, you're only going to be able to use it for usually it's like a few months. It's not worth upkeep for like 4 months.
They are everywhere here, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Land of the pool.
It's like Arizona and Florida, fucking pool city.
You can't use it in the winter unless you heat it.
We can get a heated pool. Yeah,
you can. You got to pay to heat it,
obviously.
But otherwise, it's too cold in the winter.
I would fucking pay to heat it, and I'd be in that bitch every day. I guarantee you, if I fucking had a pool, I'd be like fucking ripped. Because I would.
Are you gonna swim laps in your little backyard pool, bro?
Fuck yeah, dude.
You need like a 50 meter, 25 or 50 meter pool to swim laps.
You just swim and then you flip around, you swim. We had a pool when I was a kid in Florida. I fucking was in that thing every single day.
Bro, if you got good at swimming in your backyard pool, 4 strokes, you're across that fucking thing, dude. No one swims lap in their backyard pool. It's for lounging. You ever see those ones?
Bigger pool, bro.
You ever see those ones that have like a current so you can just swim in place? You need one of those, bro. Cool. Those are sweet.
You do need one of
those. Ian said ripped Kev like would be an interesting timeline.
A pool treadmill?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Someone said your winter pool is probably the same as Lake Superior in the summer. Dude, you're not wrong. Like I've jumped in it. I grew up in those cold lakes, in Michigan. I go to summer camp and the fucking showers would be cold. The lake would be cold. Right. So I was just always used to those cold water plunges. And we've gotten in the pool when it's fucking freezing and just to do it, But my kids have wetsuits, dude, for when it gets like cold, not too cold, but too cold to go in their bare skin. They'll get in the wetsuits and get like an extra month out of the pool.
Jesus.
It's funny.
That's awesome, though. Don't ever take that away from your kids, man.
Oh, no, they love it, dude.
That's the one thing I regret is that we ever left having a pool when I was a kid.
My daughter will be out there and my son, but sometimes my daughter by herself and it's like dark and my wife's all worried, like, open the window so you can hear. I'm like, it's only 5 feet deep, It's not a diving pool.
That's it. You got to teach them not to do shit like that. We used to we'd take the floaties and we'd get them we just put them near the edge and then we'd try to run and jump and see if we could get it to skim across and then jump. Nobody ever made it. And you almost cracked your head like every time, but it was fun.
Dude, I talk about stupid shit with pools. One of my buddies, he had a walkout basement and then he had the pool. So it was 3 stories from the roof to the pool. We used to jump off the fucking roof into the deep end of the pool.
How deep was it is the question.
I tried just 10 feet, So like you had to hit it just right. So dumb. I can't believe we used to do that stuff.
That's cool, though.
It was cool.
I tried doing a cannonball when we were in Montana in the pool that they had in this neighborhood, the Airbnb. And it was like, I think it was 5 feet. I mean, maybe. And I did a cannonball, fucking went right to the bottom, scraped the shit out of my leg. Like, I didn't gauge that my weight would drop me that hard.
At least you didn't break your tailbone.
I need to do some laps.
it's the best shape I've ever been in is when I used to swim laps. It's like
I'm telling you, swimming
it,
is next to like rowing and swimming are fucking. I want to get a rowing machine as soon
if
as I
you're
get
willing to
your house.
if you're willing to get up in the morning and hit the lap pool before work, you know, like it takes a lot of discipline and like willpower to do it, but you could lose like 30 pounds in like 6 weeks. You know, like your body will just roast those calories so fucking fast because you're like sweating in the pool, but you're not. You know, your body is just fighting to stay warm in that water, so you just roast calories. It feels great too.
Yeah. Nah, I see. That's the thing about. I would never do an above ground pool. They're just trashy.
They do look a little
They're
bit
fucking
budget.
trash. The only way to do it where it looks half decent is when you have like one of those fucking decks all around it, and it's like I might as well just spend the money and fucking put an in-ground pool in at that point.
You spend like 25,000 for probably entry level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the equipment. Yeah. But just like a small kidney bean shape, some cool deck around the outside, the equipment, no heater. Probably get one done
for an in-ground. Yeah.
In-ground. Yeah.
Yeah. But out there, I bet most houses just come with them, right?
It's usually an option, you know, when you on a new home build.
Well,
like
yeah,
you go,
if it's a new home, but
no, I don't know what percentage out here have pools. Like it's not 100% or anything. I bet you it would be 25 to 35% of all houses have pools, if I had to guess. Like there's a lot of people who don't want to dick with it. But
I would be
always over it. Yeah, they're expensive to maintain, but they help resale for sure. And if you want to have an investment property out here as an Airbnb, which a lot of people have, like you get way more rent out of them.
Right. G-Bo, you been watching Tom Segura? Dude's all about cold water plunges.
Jason asked if the Gunslinger was my fastest sellout. Yes, it was my fastest sellout. There is a larger market for locking knives and slip joint knives, period. And I think I just kind of played my hand right on that one.
Holy shit. I had no idea, Ian. That is some fucking knowledge you just dropped, bro. Whoo, man, my whole life, I seriously had no idea that an above ground pool was above the ground and an in ground pool was in the ground. You had to dig. I thought it just like, I thought you just like pushed it in.
Yeah, Jeff makes a good point. Slip joint fans also like locking knives, but a lot of locking knife fans aren't into slip joints. It's a fact.
I know there's a big difference. That's why I was like, you mean in ground, right? Because an above ground pool you get for like $5,000. You get a nice one. I saw a dude on Instagram. It actually looked really cool. He made one out of a big like metal fucking, it was like an aluminum tub thing. I don't know what the tub thing was made for, but think like cake pan, like a metal cake pan, and just huge. And then he like drilled the holes in the side. He put the filter system in and everything. Fucking looked cool too. And he did it for I think he did it for $500. Like I would do that over like a blue fucking above ground pool. You know what I mean? At least it looks kind of classy.
The blue circle with the ladder going up the side.
Fuck, dude, they're so nasty. We had a friend, not a friend, it was like a family friend, and his neighbor had one, and it just, dude, it just like screams white trash. Like people who have above ground pools have birds. You know what I mean?
Birds.
If you have an above ground pool, you have a fucking parrot. All right.
Or have like T-shirts with animals on them. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones you get at the flea market.
Cut off. With the sleeves cut off. Yes. Exactly.
John said, I like the slip joints because I already have a ton of locking knives and wanted something different. Keep it up with the slip joints, Ben. I definitely will, bro. I definitely will.
I
It's
agree.
like, yeah, and they're cool.
I'm on the same page with
But
that
I think
one.
from a business side of things, my goal is to sell knives. So I want to serve both markets,
Cracking up my people. This is like the time we were talking about smokers smelling like shit.
Oh, don't even go there again. Boy, did that set off one hell of a fucking chain reaction.
But
We
bro,
love you, Chris. Chris, you're the man, bro. Let me give a shout out to Chris Hinkle right now. He's always positive comments on all my stuff.
yeah, same here.
Liking all my shit. Chris, you're a fucking stud. You are our people, bro.
Yes,
We love
you. You are not one of the above ground pool people. Just
no.
Trust me, bro. And if you
Shout outs
are,
to
you
Chris
you
Hinkle.
get you get an exemption.
Hey, who in the chat is going to? Who's going to Blade West? Are you going to Blade West?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a table or a booth?
Table.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we signed up for a booth at Atlanta next year. That was we switched over. We're trying to.
Yeah.
They have us on the list or whatever.
These shows are like freaking perpetually sold out now. Like they hit the popularity mark out of. We moved in during COVID, dude, or at least I did that year, right? You were just walking around as Lefty that first year.
Yeah, 20. I was 21. Yeah,
21, man. That was like there was like a small window to get in and steal some real estate from guys that didn't renew. Because now everybody's back.
Yep. Yeah, we got in the next year, so we're in at Atlanta and Blade West, and we were in at fucking Texas, but we didn't have anything to sell, so we canceled. I still want to do that show at some point.
I think they're going to open up the second room over there sooner than later, and then you'll be able to get in there. Right. Someone's asked, where was it?
I was thinking that. I was like, what if you dug a hole and put in a poker? What is that?
The walls are not strong enough, bro. They will fucking cave in. You need rebar and cement. You ever see how they make a pool?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, it's pretty gnarly. So one of the reasons it's not just digging the hole people don't know about this. It's not just digging the fucking hole. It's trucking all the dirt out and disposing of it. That's expensive. So they dig the hole. They got to come in with the fucking plumbing, like the pipes and the drains and shit. So all the PVC. Then they'll lay a rebar cage, and then they'll pour the concrete. And then there's like an outer layer. So there's stuff called Pebble Tech or Pebble Sheen, which is really popular. It's like the outer layer that your feet and you touch.
I know what you're talking about. It's got that gritty feeling to it.
Yeah, the like Pebble Tech are like little pebbles, and Pebble Sheen's like smaller granules. So then there's all that. And then the decking around out here, there's this stuff called Cool Deck, which you basically have to have. So when you're barefooted, you can walk on it without just searing your feet like you would on normal concrete. What? No, it's like a special concrete formulation or something.
That all sounds expensive.
It is, dude. And then you got the equipment. So you've got the pumps, because you've got to like run water through the damn thing. The
heater.
Yeah, the heater. If you got a heater, it's a whole ordeal.
You have a heater, but don't use it.
Got a heater. We only use it if like people come and visit in the winter and we want to use the pool.
Is it how expensive is it to run?
Let's say you wanted to run that heater all month, your gas bill, like my gas bill in the winter is low because we don't use the heater for the house very often. So I might have, let's say, $100 gas bill in the dead of winter. But if I run that heater all fucking month, it could be $1,000 gas bill. It just depends on what temperature you want the water at and how long it has to fight nature to keep that water.
How long does it take to heat up?
You could probably heat the pool in like a day, like start heating it the day before, and then the next day it's warm. But it all just depends on
how you could,
You can, they got like some shit where you can roll a cover out and kind of trap some of the heat, but ultimately, like that's the thing about water. Think of how long it takes just to boil a large pot of water for some spaghetti,
How often do you swap the water out of the pool?
You don't, dude. It's like it's on a filter, or it like runs through a filter, so it just circulates.
So you've never changed the water?
I don't think we've ever emptied it. No, you don't do that.
Interesting. Does it pump more water in from somewhere?
Yeah, there's like a leveling system. So
if it reaches, probably naturally like
it does, but I'm just saying you don't need to like evacuate your pool and then refill the thing
unless a kid takes a shit in it or something.
Right, which happens. No, but we've not had to do that.
How much?
What do you mean a kid? What do you mean a kid takes a shit in it? It's the fucking adults. How much pee is in the pool? I would say at least 1% pee.
You have that shit that turns it blue,
dude. That stuff. I always thought that was like an urban legend until I saw a reel recently with some lady in the pool and like this blue shit started streaming out around her. I was in
the pool around here in the neighborhood. And I took my kid and I had to piss so bad, but I was like, I was getting her ready, getting sunscreen. I just didn't have, like, you know how it is. I can't get away from a toddler for 30 seconds to go take a piss. So we went to the pool and then I just had to piss. And I was like, fuck, what if this shit turns blue? So I was like trying to just leak it out a little bit, see if it turns blue. And I'm like, all right, little piss, nothing. Okay, piss a little more. I kept cutting it off, like making sure. And I'm like, if some blue comes out of my pants, I'm going to fucking be in trouble. And I was like, nothing. Score. Just fucking ripped it.
Never been in a pool that turned blue. And I've tested more than one of them, let's just say.
Yeah. No, I've done it. Yeah, of course. But I was at a public pool. I was a little worried about it.
I'll tell you what. You're at a public pool. You would have already known if that thing was going to turn blue.
Probably, yeah.
No one changes pool water unless logs are floating. Dude, I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So my parents came to town. This is, my son was probably 2. So this is, 8 years ago. So we're at this resort here. My parents used their points, got a room at the fancy resort called the Phoenician. And we're at the pool. And there's like the big pool and then there's like the kiddie pool. And so we're playing in the kiddie pool and my son's got the swim diaper on and he's all strapped up and everything. But dude, it did not hold. And, it leaked out of the diaper and they had to fucking close the baby pool.
Wait, the
drain it.
Out?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And they had to drain the fucking pool. And we have this picture of him like in his stroller parked next to the drained pool. And it's like this priceless photograph, dude.
That's
Rex shutting it down.
Says, damn, Lefty. What? Damn what?
You pissing in the pool.
Warm spots in the pool are the best.
Yeah, exactly.
We were in Glacier and we were up at this place called Lake Bowman. You got to drive like fucking an hour to get there, but we got up there and it's one of the glacier lakes and I wanted to go in the water because I'm like, I'm here. I just want to say I fucking got in one of these glacier lakes, but it was fucking freezing, dude. Shit was like, had to be like 50 degrees, maybe less. I don't know. Probably less. And my mom went in. I was like, all right, I'm a pussy. I got to go in. So I go in and it was so cold. But there was like pockets where it was like warmer. So like we were thinking maybe the sun hit it. I look over and there's just like a group of fucking kids, like they're like 30 feet over, and I'm like, I wonder if we're just enjoying their fucking pisses over here. Like, they took a piss in the water, it kind of floated down and hit us. Yeah. And we were like, oh yeah, that's nice.
It's like a fart, but it's a pee cloud underwater that went downstream. Jason said, am I in Phoenix or somewhere else in the valley? I'm in Phoenix, Jason. My house is in the city of Phoenix, and my office where I work out of is in South Scottsdale, about 15 minutes from my house.
My kid and I, we've been enjoying these, so I don't know if my wife got them or somebody got them, but they're water balloons, but they're reusable. They're like have these flaps and you put it underwater and it like suction cups to itself. So it literally just like holds the water in. It's fucking really cool. And I just fucking chuck them at her and put them on her head and shit in the bathtub. She's like squeezing them at me. They're really fun. So if anybody has little kids, I want to take them to the pool. And I'm like, that's a perfect pool item because nobody's going to take water balloons to the pool, but like reusable ones, those would be pimp at a pool.
I can't believe someone reinvented the water balloon. That's actually astounding.
It's fuck, dude. Here, I'll actually show you what I'm talking about because they're awesome.
Jason wants to come pee in my pool.
Dude, I'll piss in your pool.
Sure, you can come pee in my pool.
I will 100% piss in your pool. I'm just kidding. Here, this is what they are. So you open them up, and those outer rings literally like are suction. I don't know how it works. I mean, obviously I know how, but I don't know the tech or whatever. And you put it underwater, and it literally to close, and then you have a fucking water balloon.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you have to. It's a little. I mean, even water balloons, you have to have a certain amount of pressure to pop them. So it's kind of the same thing. But you can kind of like leak them a little bit if you hit them the wrong way. It's not perfect, but I mean, Jesus, it's fucking cool. And then they're reusable, so you don't have shit all over your yard. You know.
Yeah. We got some pretty cool, pool squirt guns and shit. The kind, you just stick it in the water, draw it out, and it's like, shh, you can blast it.
Yeah, yeah. The kid found one of those at the public pool, and I'm like, it's not ours. She's just like fucking trying to spray me. I'm like, no, this is how you use it.
Blake says something that is absolutely correct. He says, let's be real, the muck coming from everyone's sweat, dirt, and grime is far worse than some piss. And I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah, it's like you go to a public pool, people don't shower before they get in. And it's just like, hey, let's all take a bath together.
I mean, the public pool is fucking huge, though. Like, and I'm not drinking that shit. Like,
no, but pee is sterile. Pee is like not going to hurt you.
Shower after or like shortly after, like it's not a huge deal.
You know what?
I'm not going to stop my fun because of that. You know what I mean?
The only thing that I don't like about the pool, and it's just a me thing, is like you got to put all this fucking sunblock on or you're going to get burned.
Here's a link.
And I hate that shit.
So the cool thing is nowadays they have the aerosol sunscreen.
I know, but still.
That's what I buy. And I literally just go out on my back deck and I go, and I'm good. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but then
it's fucking putting sunscreen on, dude.
You got to wash it off, and it like doesn't come off. It takes like 3 washings to get that shit off. I hate it.
That's why you get in the pool, bro. It's literally like once you get in the pool, that shit goes away, but you still get the protection.
I don't know. I've never met one I liked. I've tried the sprays. I've tried the chemical ones. The zinc ones.
I got just the CBS brand. I've had the banana whatever ones, and they're awesome.
I gotta wear a hat because now my head gets burned.
These balloons, they're fucking cool. And then the other thing I got my kid for her birthday, or we got our kid for our birthday, since we're talking about stuff for kids, is this. Have you heard of this thing called a Tony box?
No.
I wish they had it when I was a kid. And it's finally something that's not like a fucking iPad, you know what I mean? It's this fucking box, right? And then you buy these characters. So like these are Paw Patrol ones. You can buy, whatever. They have like all different Disney and characters and shit. And you put the character on top, and the character has like a chip in it, and then it reads you stories. So like it'll have the voice of the person or whatever. And then they'll have like 50 minutes or a half hour worth of stories. So my kid can take the doll thing and she puts it on top. And then after I like read her a book and get her in bed and shit, I put that on. And then that kind of helps her get like down to sleep instead of, fucking being all ruckus in her bed and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And it's like cool portable. Toy. You could take it, and then they have so many characters, but it's really fucking cool. I thought it was a nice change from like an iPad or whatever screen thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. No doubt about it.
You're probably past this age, so
I am. I mean, my kids grew up with those screens. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter's. I worry about. Like, I worry about she has one of those Amazon Fire things, and luckily she really doesn't give two shits about it that much. But she's 3. Like, I'm sure at a certain age they get more hooked on this. But my nephew was like, you give him an iPad with YouTube, he won't fucking do anything else for hours. Like, but that's kind of how he is too, though. He's like, he gets really focused on positive things too. So it's, where my kid's more like, she can do it for a half hour or whatever, and then she's trying to do something else. Or
if any, every kid's a unique case, and you just have to, good parenting is just paying attention and being present, and trusting your instincts. Like, we've had enough of this,
Yeah,
dude. I remember that bear. It was Teddy Ruxpin.
I remember that. Yeah, these are similar, and you just put the carrot. It's soft and it's easy. It just has like 2 ears for like louder and quieter, and then you like hold one down to turn it on or whatever. Like, my kid's 3 and knows how to fucking put a character on and do the thing. And they have so many different ones. I just ordered her like 6 more of them. They're like $15 or something for the characters. So I mean, they're not like dirt cheap, but I'd rather do that than buy like some Paw Patrol video or some shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, maybe we shouldn't talk about kids' fucking toys.
I guess it's a select group of people who are interested.
I should give away something. So I said I had this stack of knives. We can give one away. So you guys can vote if you want. I have the O Knife Freeze. I have the Kaiser Sparrow. And I have the Cobalt 2 in my Carta. The other 2 I'm going to keep because I'm going to try to sell these, get some channel funds, the Clairvoyant and the Sheepdog XL. If anybody's interested, let me know. I think these are like $180 or something. I'll sell them for $100 each. Clairvoyant. And if you give me 200, I'll throw in whichever one of these I don't give away. So let me know. Freeze, Kaiser. Well, those are both Kaisers. So Sheep Mine. Trading. I don't think I'm trading now. I'm just trying to get some quick channel funds. I figure why not. I have this weird thing about, it's part of having the house that I have, like space. As soon as knives start piling up, I'm like, I got to get rid of these. I got to sell them, give them away. I got to do something.
I'm going to go turn my light on 1 sec.
I like that Jack Wolf one behind you. Yeah, too bad. Make it a random choice for the winner. They pick 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, sure. That could work. No, bro, when? I don't know what you're talking about. Sheepfoot Mine called it. Okay, you want the sheepdog? The XL sheepdog? We can work that out after the live stream, bro. Sparrow, Cobalt. I'll message you on those. Okay, cool. You guys message me. Sounds like the sheepdog's gone to Rocky. If anybody wants the Clairvoyant, let me know. We got a lot of votes for the Kobold. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the giveaway, and then you can pick which one of these 3 you want. How about that? All right, cool. Deal. Would you do a pen? Because I'm drunk as shit. Nothing like some good honesty, bro. I love it.
It's Kezel.
Yeah, Kezel. No, I don't think I would do that. Because it's like, $100 or whatever. And pay me 50 cents for the next 200 months.
You gotta take 50 down, and then you own the rest in 30 days. And then when you pay the rest, he'll ship you the knife. And if you fail to pay, he keeps your 50. That's the payment plan.
Oh, man. So you were saying next month it's going to be a new midnight release?
I ain't saying nothing.
Damn it.
But obviously there will be more slip joints until I can roll out some more of these locking knives. So we got slip joints are on the menu for guys who want slip joints. Don't worry about that.
Sick. I'm a slip joint fan.
Yep.
Lefty's Loans.
Lefty's Loans. That would be his pawn shop.
Yeah, dude. I should start Lefty's Loans. Early payday loans and all that shit. Man, I wonder how. Man, I fucked that job. Trusting people to give you their fucking payday loans.
Well, you gotta. There's collateral on those.
No,
there is, bro.
I don't know if there's always collateral. It's just fucking interest, and you're
I'm
signing
thinking of
an agreement.
I'm thinking of the title loans. I'm thinking of the title loans.
Yeah, like you're signing an agreement that you're gonna hand over your paycheck, and if you don't, then you're liable for it, and then they're gonna sue you, and then you're gonna end up getting garnished and all this shit.
That's right. That's right.
But
that's
like
payday loans.
Yeah, I don't know.
The title loans, you gotta like put your car title up.
Yeah, fuck all that, dude. Rent.
You know, it's like
rent to own jackals. Bribe to the knife gods or just to help with shipping. Thank you, dude. There's a ball sack around here. Can't not ball sack you, bro.
There's a lot of ball sacks around here.
Yeah. There you go, sir. Thank you very much for the $10. Appreciate that, bro. You would literally own me, Kev. I'd be out working in your yard. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. You sound like more trouble than you're worth, bro. I don't need that in-ground pool yet. When I need the pool, I'll hire you.
Yeah, we'll get you a pick and a shovel and a wheelbarrow.
Oh. That's funny. Can I lease one?
Someone said, I saw a question for me. It was just next release mid-August, and this month is the clearance sale. That is exactly correct. We will be back on track mid-August. This month is 15% off low drags and javelinas.
Javelinas, which is a pig. It's a pig, by the way.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if you get technical with it, it's a peccary. It's technically not a pig.
Right.
But it's like, all right, let's not get that into it. Thing looks like a pig. But
this fucking thing, dude.
I've never really been drawn to stuff like that personally.
Like there's a
holy crap, that thing is big.
And
what is that?
Flipper tab is removable.
What?
You can
That's
unscrew that and the flipper tab comes up.
I mean, I guess the question's why, but
so you can have a flick only knife and have a full choil kind of situation.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's fucking. I mean, it's really well made. The flipper tab's great, and it's slicey as fuck.
How much does it weigh?
It's not that. I mean, it's definitely heavy. It's probably 5.5, 6 ounces. That's the one Rocky wants.
Good on this. That thing's gigantic, man. I guess hold it up again. I want to see it.
Oh shit! I just put it away.
Oh, don't worry about it, dude. It ain't that
much. No, I got it. Okay.
You know what? I don't know. It's kind of cool. I can appreciate it. Not the kind of stuff I'm drawn. Oh my God, it's huge. It's huge. But you know what, man? Like that's part of what's fun in this hobby. Not every knife has to be an EDC. Not every knife has to be this or that.
Dude, I am so glad that not everybody has my taste because I would be poor as fuck if that was the case. I'd be rich in knives, but poor as fuck because I sell so many knives.
Right.
You know, other people want them and they're good knives. They're just not my knife. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. 15 ounces. Here's the other one. This is the Clairvoyant. That's the other one you can buy for $100. Marbled carbon fiber, titanium bolster, S35 button lock. Very cool knife. This one has a great spring on it. The burlap one I had didn't have such a strong spring, but this one's great. Just in case people want to actually see them. I'm just assuming they know what they look like.
That big one you held up, what was that one called?
That's the sheepdog. You never heard of the
Sheep-
fucking Kaiser sheepdog?
No, but you know me, bro. It's not really my
I know.
arena.
Now
you know?
it is.
Yeah. But you
No,
could,
nothing will get you interested like a few shekels.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The
Well,
cobalt,
and
too.
my interest was making sure that mine looked like a jack wolf,
Yeah, you did a good job at that. Dude, seriously, for a first locking knife, you absolutely like fucking demolished expectations. So
I appreciate that, bro. I had a lot of learning I did from guys like you. And so I just glad I had enough discipline to stick with what I knew for a while before diving into that, and then
yeah,
really doing the diligence to learn what people's expectations are on those things. Because if I tried to design that knife coming out of the gate, it would have been fucked up.
yeah, and you prototyped it a few times and got it right, and that's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, I just knew what the expectations were. I guess that's kind of an important thing in business, is like having a good understanding of your customers' expectations and, trying to meet or exceed them, which is hard in this knife game, guys. You guys got high expectations. That's not a criticism, it's a compliment,
And to keep it up is hard too. Like a lot of people have one hit, you know what I mean? Like one knife is great, and then I'm like, the rest of them just like, nothing. You know what I mean? If you come out too hot, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. You can come out of the gate fast, but then you fizzle out. Like, it's hard to keep a momentum is hard. I think that's what a lot of people, anytime anybody asks me, hey, if I wanted to start, we've talked about this before, you and me, but it's like, hey, I'm interested in designing a knife. I want to sell a knife. Like, the conversation I'm going to have with you is, what's your plan for, building trust for your brand, educating people about your product? Like, how are you going to build that momentum? That's hard.
The question is, what is your goal?
Right. What's your vision?
Like, is your goal to just get some cool designs out there and have a little bit of a side hustle? Because then, you can do it differently than where you want it to be a full-fledged or it is a full-fledged knife company and everything that goes with that, like supporting employees and shit like that. You have to have a different game plan than if you're just doing it as a side thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And if you look at your thing like a side thing, well, what if you have a hit on your hands and now all of a sudden the demand is there for more of your work, but you haven't really contemplated how to grow that way? I think that's just the kind of thing that requires a lot of thought.
I actually think that's gotten a lot of people in trouble who have had a hit and then they try to go repeat that and they don't have the infrastructure, and then they really struggle with communication and shipping and all that shit.
Right. All the things outside of the knife.
Yeah. Darth, just hit me up. Just DM me. That's the easiest way. And we can talk about whichever ones you want. I am going to give one of them away. I'll let the winner choose. So if it happens to be the one you're looking at, that's just going to be too bad. I'm sorry. But the other 3 will be for sale. So you guys, if you're interested, just DM me. And we'll talk after the shizzo. What up, Ed? How's it going, man? Good to see you, brother.
Hey, what's up, Ed? I got to meet Ed at the show in Atlanta. Pretty cool.
Another cool knife that I got in this week is from American Blade Works. Ultim fucking scales on this thing. This thing's sick. Magna Cut blade.
Yeah, that was a big hit at Blade Show.
Yeah. Very, very cool. And this one has a reversible clip, carrying it lefty. Bearings are breaking in real nice. But I'm really enjoying that one. That one came in this week. And then I got in this new Bastide, the Corsair. Probably my favorite that they've done so far because it has just studs. They always go too far with 80 deployments and everything. This just has studs and a crossbar lock, and they work well. Don't need much more than that.
That looks like a good EDC knife.
Yeah, just be a good budget EDC knife. I think that's it. The only other one was the Delta from Urban EDC.
That's cool.
Their new pre-order from Dustin Snyder. Cool knife. Not my style aesthetically, but well made. You know, it's Riot. You can tell and everything.
Is it a bolster lock or like what does the other side look like?
Yeah,
or not
like,
a bolster.
it's kind of like a half bolster, sort of, because it has the showing lock bar here.
Yeah.
So you don't get all the benefits of the bolster lock, but you get most of them. Sometimes I get on the lock bar down here and have trouble, but I prefer a bolster lock like, you know, ours or yours, where it fully covers the lock bar. You just, you know, you just can't go right. Even if you do, honestly, because the way bolster locks are, you can be right on it, fire it, no problem. Yo, Crispy Donut community, what up? What up, dogs? Is it Drew? Is it Luke? It's one of the 8 lanyard fools. Got you covered on this one right here. Look at that lanyard pin for all 8 of you. You didn't go lanyard on the no. I guess that's an interesting thing. Do you not do lanyards because aesthetics?
Well, I always looked at it as so there's personal preference there. I'm not like I never add lanyards to things. I just don't.
Because you're not one of the 8 people that does that, right?
Man, I mean, I understand there's a lot of guys that love it. Not trying to disparage it. I do like them on my. 8. I like them on my Chris Reeves. Like I'm not gonna take them off, you know, because they come that way. So okay, cool,
that's
whatever.
You're kind of lazy and like you don't want to mess with perfection or whatever, right?
No, I just like it's not in the way. So it's like that's how I bought it. I don't feel compelled. I take the knife apart. I put it right back in. You can't
fidget with it, right? Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess my point is I look at it as a future variation I can
Did you hear that?
Build in. It whipped out pretty good.
Fucking hear that thing? Listen. Oh, the acoustics. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a future variation I can build in. But it was one more thing to design in, and I didn't want to design around them. I just wanted to not have that constraint.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I haven't heard too many people complain about it.
No, but I do get
yeah. That's why we added it on this one, because it didn't hurt anything to do it.
Right.
Where we've had designs where we tried to add it, and it's like either we got to put it up here, and we're like, well, no, that it's not going to work up here,
right?
Or we got to rearrange shit, and it's like, no, forget it. Like we just wanted to add it to see if we could get it in there for those 8 people, But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. On some knives, it works. Like on that one, on the Buzz, it just works. But sometimes it's just not going to work. So,
dude, the springs on these are so good. These ones are so well broken in from being just handled so much at the shows. Good Lord. I've been carrying that gunslinger, for the last couple of weeks, and now I'm like, ooh, forgot how much I love these.
That's the thing, man. Slip joints, baby. But Kyle
sounds so good.
Wait, is Kyle here? Kyle Coonley's here? Is he? There he is. All right. We were worried about you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. Make sure you're good. Has anyone tied 2 knives to one lanyard? That just sounds like something you would do.
Like freaking like nunchucks.
Yeah. Exactly. I would have a lanyard on everything if you convert me. I'd be selling fucking lanyards is what I'd be doing. What do you got for sale? I had the Kaiser Clairvoyant, and the Cobalt and the Sparrow and the O Knife Freeze. But I'm giving one away. The other ones are getting sold. So if you're interested, DM me. Definitely going to convert you, dude. We'll see, man. I mean, Ben converted me to a slip joint guy. I've been converted to worse things. So I'm not going to stay. I'll never be a lanyard guy, but I don't know. Needed some time to decompress. I feel you, man. That week off I had was a fucking amazing. And I'm still kind of like settling back in. I'm not going full bore yet. And I might not ever go full bore again. I don't know. We'll see. If you ever decide to sell your textured titanium scaled buzz, let me know. I'll find the money. You were just going to work in my backyard for a $100 knife. Now you're going to come up with fucking 300? I'm not selling that, dude. This buzz is fucking so good. These are still available, by the way, at Blade HQ and Knife Center. They have buzzes available right now. Suggest you pick them up because they're fucking awesome. I feel like
Lance a lot leather in the house.
This one was a little underrated, I think.
You're gonna kill it with those stout V2s, bro. They look sick.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do well, and we're doing a $50 discount on pre-order, so trying to make it worth it for people. Love lanyards, or I'm gonna convince him the earth is flat. Well, I don't think either of those things are fucking happening, but whatever. All right, well, let's give it away. Get that part knocked out of the way. Do we want to do just a normal hashtag giveaway, or do we want to do like a channel raid thing, or anything you want to do? I don't know.
Trying to think if there's any new channels I've subbed to recently.
First person to take a shit in a pool and take a picture gets it.
Just do a hashtag JWK15.
All right, cool. We'll do that.
15% off low drags and javelinas starting tomorrow. Participating dealer list is in my link tree.
All right. Hashtag JWK 15%, or just 15?
Just 15.
We're not going to make it too hard on you fucking geniuses.
That's right. Keep it simple.
You guys can try to do the all caps. I heard it can be a thing. I don't know. O-lights for everyone. Who don't know better? I don't have an O-light for anybody, man. This time I got one O-knife. The rest is Kaiser. I have a Rovivon, an O-light, and a Through Night to give away eventually. They're in my bin. So you can come back and win one of those, Marisol. Dude, the low drag, man. It just has there's some kind of magic in this spring.
It's a good knife.
What I love about it is the close. Like, somehow it feels different than every other knife. It's almost like I'm not forcing it down, but it almost feels like I am. Like, that's how fucking hard it hits.
It has the smallest tang out of anything, because of how it had to get crammed in this bolster that tapered way in.
Right.
So
that's why
it's got its own unique geometry. This one was probably the hardest one to design.
Fucking love it, dude. And it was bullet shape, how slim it is. Fucking dude, so good.
It's a really awesome, like, 80s. Think about the slip joint form factor and like what's nice about it. Small, compact, slides in your pocket, kind of forget about it. Like classic shapes, cuts like a bastard. This one really hits all those things. I think people see pictures of it and they're like, nah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember Chris
unfortunate.
Grady was so excited about this model, and I was like, dude, I don't understand why you fucking like it. I got it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's so good in hand. It's so streamlined. And, dude, keep saying it, man. It fucking eats. Like, it's probably the best cutter.
I would agree.
Just pure, like, cut, like, slicer, I would say. The Feel Good is probably my favorite user because I use tips more than I use really anything. But, like, if you're actually slicing shit, like cardboard or whatever, fucking low drag, dude. So good.
I think if there was one, it's like, okay, if I just wanted to buy one and have it do as much as possible, like an all-arounder, I would say this one. Or if you want a clip point because you just don't want a spear, I'd probably say Big Bro. I'd say like these are your two, like, kind of do anything. Ergonomic, just do just about anything, but ergonomic.
63. 63 entries, 106 people. I don't know what's going on. Oh, they brought in Zach. They brought Zach with them. What's up, dude? How's it going,
What
man?
up, bro?
He is not one of the 8 people, I don't think, unless he's been converted. You guys, while you're at it, like the video. I never tell you to do that. Like the damn fucking video. Do me a favor. I need more likes. I need YouTube to like me more. They've been YouTube's been shitting on me lately.
Really? Are you getting throttled?
Yeah, dude. I went on a fucking run for a while. I went from like 7 or 8,000 and fucking like got to 15 real quick. And then now I'm at 16.5. It's been like 2 months.
I feel like they're throttling our niche.
They really are. Instagram too, dude. Fucking
Yep.
They hate us, and I don't get it. Like, we're just trying to fucking collect cool shit. Like, you don't see anybody in the community like slashing people or fucking like, I don't know. It's really annoying.
It's called stereotyping.
Yeah. Thanks, Marisol. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much, sir. Here's your Sackaroonie. Might have to send you an Olight, bro.
How about a Jack Wolf sharp finger? What does that mean, bro? Sharp finger? I don't know what that means, my friend. You'll have to elaborate. God, this one's got a good spring too.
Making a sack style knife. Yeah, we've talked about the 2-blade or whatever.
You know the thing. So sack style knife. That we're talking multiple tools there. You know what the hardest part about making a sack style knife is? Competing with sack. You know, it's like
yeah, it would be $300, and then
it would be more, dude.
Yeah, and they sell them for fucking $20.
Yeah, you just can't, it's hard to compete with them. I'd be curious to know how Medford's sales are on his ASKs.
I don't think it's very good.
You know,
but he also is making those in the U.S. It's a little bit of a different animal. He has behind it. You know what I mean?
Of course. But it's still a premium multi-tool knife. So you're not going to compete with SAC at sub $75. Like, let's face that. So if you're going to try to sell a knife like that, it's going to be premium, titanium.
We have no idea, Demonoc. Nobody knows how to say his fucking name, man. I just say Marisol.
Marisol? I was going to even ask.
I've caught him Marisol, Marisol, Mauersalt, Mearsalt. I've tried everything. I don't know.
It's Merceau.
It's Merceau. Is it really?
Well, if we were kind of speaking French correctly, I would.
Marisol. I was fucking close. Why don't you fucking spell your name right? You know what I mean? Like, get out of here. Okay. That joke didn't hit. And he's a douche canoe. Dude, ASK. Like, why did he fucking call it the ASK? You just switched 2 fucking letters? It just seems lazy to me. No?
I don't know. I mean, it's one way it's kind of funny. It's a play on the name, so it's
Right.
the
but
American Service Knife, but it's the
Sure.
SAK, it's the ASK.
Sure.
I don't know. It's tongue in cheek. It's take it or
For
leave
me,
it.
it's more of a marketing tactic than it is tongue in cheek. Hoping people, I don't know. But I do want to check one out. What's up,
I don't to
What up,
answer the
bro?
dude's question. It's certainly not on the top list of my priorities to do something like that. I'm really into the single blade knives. I would like to try to design a dual, like with a second tool, not necessarily a blade, maybe a bottle opener, but there's a lot of design and prototyping. I'm just so excited to have some employees right now that I can get trained and actually have some time to design again. Because, dude, I am rusty as all hell. And it's very intimidating to even think about sitting down with employees.
Who's the other one?
So Donnie's helped me, and his wife is doing some part-time hours with me.
Really?
Yeah. See, because it was either like she could go get like a coffee shop job downtown. I'm like, no. Like, if she's interested in doing some computer shit, I can, if she just wants part-time, I'm like, I bet I can keep her busy.
Like accounting stuff or?
Yeah, I'm still trying to. I think it's going to be more like project coordinator stuff. Is where I could see her being helpful. So
Right.
yeah, I had them in my office. I'm training right now, both of them, and they're used to working together. So
they worked together before.
Yeah, they were working together in Illinois. So that's like they're used to that in their life. So I think it's actually better for their lifestyle to have a common project. And I was like, that's good, because I was like, dude, are you sure you want to work with your wife? Like, not everybody wants to do that. That can cause stress in a relationship for a lot of people. But he's like, no, that's what we've always done. It's like, all right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Thank you, John. I appreciate your kind words. It is a cool knife. I got the.
Yeah. That's
Dude, I love this color. I know it's just not the most, it's probably one of the least popular. It's probably the least popular of the designer series fat carbon colors.
Oh, in general, yes, but not on that knife. It's one.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like if you rank the designer series,
I wouldn't order it for a project. I don't think, unless
I love it though, dude. But it's just the yellow is very much polarizing.
I like their orange in the 80s. Like that's my favorite.
Well, that's a camo carbon, but this is a fat carbon.
Well, yeah, okay. But I'm just saying in general, like out of those crazy colors that people usually don't gravitate towards. Yeah. I love that neon orange. It just pops to me.
I'm with you, dude. I'm a big fan of the things that are outside of the ones that everybody wants. Like this limoncello.
Yeah, that came out well, dude. We're trying the electric blue and blood red.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, so we sent those. We're going to get prototypes we're doing a project with I don't know if he's talked about it, so I don't want to mention it, but it's a YouTuber. We're doing a design with him. And then we're going to do blood red and electric blue. And then we're going to use that, I think, for the nip slip prototypes too from Kubi, since they'll have the material. We're going to do that. We started working on prototypes with 3 OEMs for that slip joint. So we could try to get it right. So we're doing QSP, Concept, and Kubi on that slip joint.
Got a lot of faith in QSP slip joints these days. They're doing good.
That's why we thought they'd be a good option. And then we're kind of just we're just trying to see if Concept or Kubi, because we really like working with Kubi. So we're like, if they can do a slip joint well, then they'd be a good choice for us because we just like working with them. And then Concept was like, hey, why don't we give them a shot too and see what they can do. See if we can slowly figure out who makes your knives and then dial it in.
Right.
Just keep keep trying different ones till one's like, oh yeah, that feels right. That feels right. All right, let's. How many we got? 65. All right, I'm just gonna pull it because it's been long enough. Here we go. Man, that drew out. Gingerfish, what up, dude? Winner, chicken dinner, bro. Congrats. Let us know in the chat which one you want so that I can set it aside. If you want the O-Knife Freeze, the Kaiser Cobalt 2, or the Kaiser Sparrow, just let us know down in the chat. Here's my email. And thanks, Mateo. Appreciate that, brother. Just let me know so I can make sure I don't sell that one. I know who knows who the OEM is. I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Ben knows. And that motherfucker won't tell anybody, which is honestly super smart. Because then everybody would be using them. You ready to sell me that 42 Cosmo? That Ultim thingy? The wheel? It hit me up, dude. I fucking like it a lot. I actually find myself picking it up all the time, but I've never carried it. I always have my S Nano in my high grain design slip, or I have a NJT coin. So, you know, it's just the size and everything doesn't work for me too well. So yeah, hit me up, dude. I'd be interested in letting it go. Just got to figure out what it's worth. He says, "Oh yes, cool. Okay, which one do you want, dude? Let me know in the chat. Which one do you want? Sparrow, Cobalt, or O-Knife Freeze? Drop that in the chat, brother. I would appreciate it. So what else you got? You got anything else going on?
No, just that's kind of the big thing is, you know, having my first employees and getting them.
That's
it's a huge step, dude.
I mean,
it's
you moved them out here too, like, or they moved out here, whichever way it went. But like, that's a commitment. You know what I mean?
It's a big milestone.
It sucks that, you know, right when they start, you have a hiccup for a month.
You know what? I got to tell you though, if there was ever a time I needed some extra time in the schedule, it was this month. Now, if I had to choose, I still would have done a drop and figured it out. But, you know, just like he's in my office space with me, so I had to clear room for him. And then I had to like reorganize everything. Like you realize someone's moving into your life, you know? Right. So it's like, am I going to be ready for this guy? So yeah, it's just a lot of work leading up to it, but super thankful, super grateful. And we're off to a great start. Guy is talented, intelligent, and it's going to really help.
So do you have him like, is it like a 9-to-5 situation or?
Well, he does social media, so you can't really box it in like that, you know? So I live a pretty 9-to-5 routine as far as going to my office and then coming home.
Right.
So in the beginning, he'll come to the office more often because we're training.
Right.
But if there's a day he's got something else to do or whatever, like I'm not that rigid. As long as people are doing what's expected of them, then it's cool. And if he's working social media, dude, posts got to happen on the weekend. He's responding to comments on the weekend. So if he needs time during the week for something personal, like he'll have that flexibility, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Level on up. You can hit me up on Instagram at LeftyEDC or email LeftyEDC88@gmail.com or whatever.
And then I've got the August batch should be here any day. So that stuff's got to get checked and packaged.
So help you with QC and stuff?
Definitely. And so I got to train on all that stuff. And then
slip one my way, you know what I
mean? Yeah, it's like, how many did you count at the end of the thing? Wait a minute. That doesn't match the list. And then I'm going to Michigan. So I just kind of got a lot on my plate between now and the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get them up to speed so they're not just sitting twiddling their thumbs while you're gone, right?
That's exactly right. But I'm pretty on top of stuff, so.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right, man. All right, gingerfish. You got to let me know which one you want. Or I'm just going to choose. So, your call.
Lefty's choice.
Lefty's choice.
I like the blade on that.
Dude, it's fucking, yeah.
I do like drawing blades. I like drawing blades better than I like drawing handles.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love drawing the blades. They're just fun, man.
Jesus. Yeah.
You knew that was coming, dude. You knew that was coming. Thank you, B.
Roll my eyes. Sparrow. Ugh. Cobalt. Freeze. I'm not opening that one. There you go. 3 choices.
Hey, Jason, you're local, right? I don't need additional help yet. I just brought my guys on. He said his weekend's open. He'll work for Jack Wolf Knives. But, bro, as this company grows, I'm going to need more people, and I want to hire knife people. Like, my goal is to always have people who actually give a shit about knives working for me.
Yeah,
it's important. You know, it's important. Like, you care more about your work when you're passionate about the product. So,
Cobalt.
You know, just if you're being serious about that, we just need to have a relationship. It might take a couple of years before I need that kind of help, but it's not always what you know, it's also who you know. And I happen to know the owner. He's me.
Oh yeah, there's also a fidget slider in here. And some KPL. So I'll send this your way, Gingerfish. Email me your address. Email's in the chat. All right. Whew.
Delta said, Ben, do you have plans to do your own sales and shipping as you grow and add to your team? You know, selling direct at some point is obviously something I think about.
At least some, right?
Yeah, like some kind of hybrid model. Right now, I got really good thing going with the dealers. But as far as shipping goes, like for anybody here who's ever thinking about starting a business, I got to clue you in on something. If you're doing any kind of volume, your best bet is to work with a local fulfillment center for packing and shipping orders, because they charge you a per unit price, and that's what they specialize in.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
It's just the kind of thing that it's so easy to outsource it, and it's such a time saver that I would probably, if I was doing regular sales on my web store, I would not be fulfilling my own orders. You get everything, like ready to go into shipping boxes. You got to give it all to the fulfillment center, like ready to pull off a shelf and put in a box and ship. Like if there's going to be swag, stickers, if you want to have,
So they pack the can?
No, I have a facility. So packing the can, like rolling the cloth, putting the sticker in the leather slip, that's all done at a place. I pay that vendor. That's called contract packaging. Okay.
So you pay somebody to do that, then you pay somebody to actually pack the what?
So here's how you would do this. This is how you would do. So I'm giving you guys a behind the scenes here. So there's companies out there called contract packaging. They package things to your specifications. So the way I do this is, you guys all seen how they come in the black box. So I got to make sure that place has all the components in their facility. They got the cans, the lids, the labels, the stickers, the pogs, the cloths, the knives. And then there's a day where they have a conveyor belt and they got these employees and they're put together specifically to my instructions. And then I have them packed in cases of 20, a box of 20. So we'll call that a case. And so then their job is complete when all those components are now this big stack of boxes of knives, basically. And that's oversimplified. Like there's some boxes of 10 and, and then everything's got to get labeled. But ultimately, if it's working right, my job is to make sure they have all the parts and pieces. And then their job is to get everything packed up into boxes for the dealers. I've already provided them all the shipping labels, so they affix all that. I schedule the post office to come pick up all those boxes.
So is it 2 different places or 1?
No, that's all at one place. Now, if I was fulfilling orders from jackwolfknives.com, let's say, right? So then I would go pick up the inventory from the packaging company, and I would take it to the fulfillment center.
Right.
And I would say, okay, instead of packing like a box of 20, like 4 blue, 4 green, 4 pink, 4 purple, like I would have all the greens in boxes, and then I'd have all the blues in boxes, and then I'd give them to the fulfillment center and say, okay, here's your list. You have 100 of these, 100 of these, 100 of these. And then the Shopify orders would come in and they would just pipe right through to their computer. And then the following morning, they'd print off yesterday's orders. And then I would either have provided them like those little white boxes or whatever I want them to ship in, or they can provide the materials and bill me with a markup.
Right.
And then they'll just pick them off the shelf, put them in the shipping boxes, slap the labels on, and off they go. And you pay them a per unit fee.
Yeah, I don't know how much that makes sense in a drop sort of scenario, though.
As long as you can take the units over to the fulfillment center, why would it not make sense? Bro, do you want to package?
You just don't want to have inventory sitting there. You know what I mean?
What does it do? So a lot of these
places, paying for that?
Depends on the place, depends on how much. So if you have, like, our units aren't very big, so like they have pallet racks or they have shelves. So even if you're paying $50 a month in shelf storage, that's shelf storage you now have at your house. Like ultimately it's the time to fulfill orders that sucks. Autumn, there's a lot that's done in Arizona. So the only thing that's done in China is they're buying they're building the knife, but I'm sending the handle material over there, but they're building the knife in China, and then the knife shipped to me, and there's no packaging. So all the packaging shit you see with a Jack Wolf knife is done locally. I buy all that stuff. I mean, like the cans come from a different state. The cloths come from a different state. I source all that shit individually.
The cans come from the UK, don't they?
They're made in the UK, but the vendors here in the United States.
They say something on the bottom, I remember.
It says can made in England. Yeah. But all the packaging, all the marketing, like everything is done in Arizona except the manufacturing of the knife itself.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Any last questions for Ben or myself before we wrap it up? I'm going to wrap it up.
Hey, Jason, he says, I'm a QA QC manager for a manufacturing company. I work a good amount of hours, but honestly, for real, be down to help out with stuff you may need. I'd love to get more involved in knives. Bro, send me an email at support@jackwolfknives.com. Maybe we can grab some lunch. I'm always down to have those relationships. Those local relationships are super important.
Yeah, Arizona is a big I don't know how big it is on manufacturing, but aren't they? It's like a huge call center area.
It's huge. Well, there's a lot of aerospace here, and now there's a lot of chip manufacturing. So like Intel has billion-dollar plants here, and Taiwan Semiconductor is building, what is the number? It's like crazy, like $11 billion chip plant on like 600 acres, dude. You should see this project, Kevin. I'm talking like 100 cranes. Like, holy shit, mind blowing.
That's fucking crazy.
So Arizona, in the last 20 years since I moved out here, they landed Intel, and now they landed Taiwan Semiconductor. So there's like a whole tech industry here that didn't used to be here. It was really like, so mining, they've always been copper mining out here, and farming. There's
Right.
Cotton and citrus has been out here forever, and tourism.
It's going to get more expensive there. It's already expensive.
It already is, dude. The glory days of cheap living out here is over. Like when I moved out here, it was fucking really cool what you could get for your money and where you could get located. It's fucked now, but it's not as bad as California still.
I mean, it's kind of everywhere now, honestly. The market is dog shit.
John, I do sometimes have seconds. I usually just sell them to people I know for a discount. If you're ever interested in seconds or cosmetic blems, just shoot me an email. We just got to get talking about that. You just got to check in with me every once in a while. I don't advertise them.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah. Anything else you want to pitch or whatever before we close it?
Yeah, real quick, guys. Obviously, you've heard me say it a few times. The sale is going on starting tomorrow. It's lasting for 10 days. I want to plug my Facebook group because it's getting more and more awesome by the day. Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide. Come check it out. Our thing is we don't have drama in there. No one's a fucking wise ass. It's just a really cool community where people are sharing their pictures of their knives and people have positive things to say. I don't like bullshit on Facebook. So there's just so much of it that I've seen for the past 12 years. It's just not permitted in my group.
I barely look at it, but that's one of the only groups I do check in on from time to time.
You can just count on the fact we have, it's a cool place to be. So,
it's fun.
Jack Wolf Knives Worldwide. Oh, yeah, cool. The defense industry here, someone said, is fucking gigantic. We have like Raytheon and General Dynamics and all kinds of cool military shit around here.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great night. There won't be a stream on Saturday. We're not going to have Off the Edge because Stasa23, he's doing a giveaway. And he wanted to have that time slot. So I told him he could take it. So go check out Stasa on Saturday night. He's got some kind of giveaway going on. So should be worth checking out. But love you guys. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you coming on as always, man.
Love you guys too. Peace out.
Peace.